What's going on, my fam sizzles? It's so good to see you today. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out Behind the Booth with me, DJ iSizzle. Today, we're going to kind of get into like the reality of being a wedding DJ and like kind of the perception versus reality. Like, I think people think like it's just like, hey, they're there and they just press play and it's so easy, I could do it. And there's a lot more that goes into it. I think nowadays everybody thinks they're a DJ because we all have phones and we can all play Spotify and we can all listen to YouTube. We can go to Pandora. We can go to a million different options for music. And we're like, oh, I'm a DJ, yeah. And maybe you play for a couple of your friends at their house and you play a couple songs and everybody's partying and having a good time and like, yeah, you're a DJ, yeah. But the reality of actually like being a DJ or in general just a wedding DJ. Oh, you know what? Before we get into that, I want to thank this weekend's couple in Tenino. It was sizzling hot there, and despite the heat, it was an absolutely beautiful celebration. And man, I'm just incredibly thankful to this couple. They were great. The family was great. The guests were great. Everybody's just so super respectful. It's just grateful. Just grateful we're there, and it means a lot, man. When people appreciate you and you appreciate them back, I think it goes a long ways. And yeah, it was an unforgettable day, just a good night. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So, all right, so in this episode, I wanted to kind of like pull the curtain back and say this is what it's really like to be a professional wedding DJ. I think a lot of us like we'll be on Instagram, we'll see a clip of a DJ and like everybody will just be like going crazy, or the DJ might cook somebody and roast somebody and be like, look at this guest, and or I don't do requests, or I don't do this and that, and like there's some sort of like attitude towards that. And I just kind of want to talk a little bit about my own personal experience and then how I present myself online. And I know other DJs present themselves another way, and that's great because that's their image, that's who they are. But for me, up in the Pacific Northwest and um, living out here my whole life, the culture is a little different, I think, from other parts of the U.S. And maybe in the world in general. Pacific Northwest, the culture is a lot different. We're a lot more polite. We're a lot more, we'll go out, I'll have a good time, we'll come home. We're a little earlier with our weddings. We end up at 9 or 10 at night, and other places they end them at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning. So we're a little bit different that way. We love our summers. We stay inside in the winter, kind of hibernate for 3 months. Then we come back out for the summer months, spring, summer, fall time. We have a great time. We party. Um, but I think something that maybe goes unnoticed is like you're going to be driving 2 to 3 hours to each gig, each wedding that you go to. And that can be anything from gassing up to getting a car wash to cleaning out your car. It's going to add up. Like you'd be sitting at a light, you're going to be stop and go traffic. Construction is everywhere in the summertime. I mean, who hasn't seen the sign that says expect delays, lane revisions going on here? So it's like there's so much traffic, and then it's like everybody's merging, everybody's trying to get in, everybody's slowing down, everybody's speeding up. So the reality is it's going to take you at least 2 to 3 hours to get to each wedding in the summertime. And if you're not into that, then it's going to be hard to be a wedding DJ. Another thing is the loading. You're loading in from your business into your work truck. From the work truck, you're loading into the venue. From the venue, you got to unload wherever they want you to set up. And sometimes it's 2 setups because you're going to have ceremony, you're going to have reception sound. After that's all done, you're going to pack all your gear up, you're going to put it back in your truck, and you're going to drive home with probably 2 hours. And then you're going to get home, or you're going to get to your office, and then you're going to unpack all your gear. And that's a lot of loading, unloading, loading, unloading, loading, unloading. So, and all between all this, you are performing. You're providing high quality equipment, high quality sound, and you're doing this all day. So 8 to 10 hours, 12 hours, be in the car, you'll be at the venue. Sound checks, ceremony prep, timeline coordination, it all comes into play. And on top of that, you get to the point where at the end of the night, we're going to party, you got to be on. Like, you can't have any excuses. You can't be like, oh, just not feeling it. Not feeling up to it. I'm tired. Been working all day. Been in traffic. No. As soon as they say, hey, we're going to party, you get over there with a smile on your face and you get it going. Best way I can say is just pretend you're an actor. Play the part. Play the role. What's your role? Your role is to get people up and dancing. Your role is to have a great time. Your role is to let's get this party going. Let's celebrate the couple. Let's celebrate love. Let's celebrate family, togetherness, everything, the reasons that we're here today. So can't be tired. So I go to the gym all the time. Keep my stamina up. Man, got to do it. Got to keep yourself exercised. You get lazy in this, your performance slacks, all that kind of stuff. You're going to be building playlists. This most recent wedding, it took me about 3 hours to build some playlists. They had large playlists, but I wanted to double check all these playlists, make sure I understand their vision. I want to make sure I kill that night. But there are those moments where you're like, man, this is a lot of work. And it is. It is a lot of work. But with that work comes experience, and then you can do things faster because you understand what to do and what not to do. After you get done performing, after you get done with your sometimes 10 hours at the venue, it's time to pack all your gear up. Everyone's gone, just you and a couple vendors. You got 30, 45 minutes to an hour to get all your gear up and out of there because everybody wants to go home. Once it hits that 10 o'clock cutoff, everybody's just like, we're ready to go home. So if you don't have a setup that's ready to go, if you don't have an assistant with you, man, it's gonna be some work getting everything out of there. So have a plan when you go in, have a plan when you go out. I keep it as simple as this box behind me. Pull the thing back, put all the cords in, put the top on, clunk, clunk, clunk. Box is good to go. You don't want to be pulling cords and out and all this other stuff. No, just pull the cords out of the speakers, pull the power, put it in the box, put the lid on, put it on the cart. Because after you've done a great show, you're pretty excited, but that excitement level's up here. But then as you progress, it slowly goes down, and you got a couple hour drive ahead of you to get home. So, but that being said, it is one of the greatest jobs, one of the greatest careers. One of probably the most rewarding things is to be able to see everybody in a moment and to see love being celebrated and to see a happy couple and to see happy family members and to see generations all on the dance floor dancing to one song. It's the best thing in the world, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I every wedding I do, I feel very fortunate and very lucky. So yeah, that's why it's more than just pressing play. Although it looks fun and easy, it is fun, but it's not easy. And to understand that is probably the smartest thing. Like if I look at anybody else's career, any job that's out there, it's like there's so many skills to it. And to do it correctly and to do it at the highest level takes years, takes experience. And it also takes like a love for it. If you don't love it, then you're not going to stick with it. So yeah, I think in general, I wrote something down here. I said it's planning, logistics, problem solving, and helping couples celebrate one of the biggest days of their lives. And I think that's really what it comes down to. But at the end of it all, like if you don't have good vendors around you, if you don't have a great assistant, if you don't have a great couple, good couple, friends and family, guests that are there, it's gonna be a lot harder, is what I found. But if you can pick the right couples that pick you and you decide you want to go with them, then it is really rewarding and it is great. Yeah, I guess if anybody is looking to become a wedding DJ, I would recommend it. Definitely go out and try it, at least once or twice. for a friend or family, maybe somebody that it's a home wedding, could always give it a go. If you make a mistake, it's probably not as big of a deal if it's a home wedding and a friend. You're just like, whatever. But you get into the higher level, you have to be flawless. And that just comes with practice and dedication. So, all right. That being said, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for checking out the podcast. I appreciate it greatly. If there's any topics or anything you'd like me to talk about, feel free to leave a comment. You check me out on social media, always on there. Love social media. It's fun. So I love talking to everybody on there. Yeah. All right, guys. We will talk to you next week on Behind the Booth. Bye.